This is a quick guide for the Betrayer's Rise achievement in World of Warcraft, which involves killing Gul'dan, the final boss, in the new Nighthold raid. Please note that all of the points in this guide are from a ranged DPS perspective. The first move you'll need to pay attention to is Liquid Hellfire, which appears as a glowing green circle on the ground. You can do one of two things here: either move well away from it, as it does less damage the further away you are, or have one of your healers pop their extra ability Scattering Field to limit the damage. Flux is the next move to avoid. Gul'dan will shoot a large green fell beam in front of where he's facing, so simply move away from this to avoid any damage. If you're making the most of the time dilation extra ability, you'll want to make sure you're well away from the flux beam, as any fire damage will cancel this buff. Next up are the 3 adds that will spawn. They won't all appear together, but should in quick succession. You'll want to kill Inquisitor Vethras first, followed by Fel Lord Kurazmal, and finally Dazorix the Trapper. Make sure you avoid their moves, such as Gaze of Vethras, which spawns foul shooting eyes around the room, and get them down as quickly as possible to activate Phase 2. Once the adds are down, stack up on Gul'dan's bubble, either behind or to the side of him. As soon as he emerges from the bubble, he'll knock all players back, so it's imperative that you're stacking nice and close to avoid being knocked off the edge. Bonds of Fel is the first notable ability of Phase 2. They will snare the targeted players to the spot, and can be broken by moving away. However, a large amount of damage will be dealt by the chains being broken, so make sure you have around 4 people minimum stacked and moving with the bound players. Raiders with damage reduction abilities such as Aspect of the Turtle can use them here without waiting for others to enter their bond circle. Eye of Gul'dan is the next ability and will summon 3 Eyes of Gul'dan, which need to be DPS down as soon as possible. Make sure you are loosely spread as they deal AoE fire damage. Syncing time dilation with the eyes spawning is a great way to get them down. At 85%, Bonds of Fel become empowered, dealing more damage and slowing your movement speed even further. It's a good idea for healers to pop Resonant Barrier when breaking the chains once empowered. At 70%, Liquid Hellfire becomes empowered, dealing more damage as well as leaving a patch of fire on the ground for the next 3 minutes. At 55%, the Eyes of Gul'dan will become empowered. 1 eye will spawn rather than 3, but the AoE damage that goes out is a lot heavier. Killing these down is the top priority, as having them duplicate can be a real hassle. At 40% health, Gul'dan will teleport into the middle and Phase 3 will begin. When he comes out of his bubble, a gust of wind will attempt to knock you off the platform. Simply run in the opposite direction to stay alive. Flames of Sargeras will be cast on random players, who will spread fire patches on the ground. Make sure you're not cutting off your team from the back of the room, as there will be movement to there soon enough. Throughout this phase, Soul Siphon will be cast on random players, which is a healing absorption debuff. For every siphon cast on a player, another soul will be added to the well of souls in the centre of the platform. You will need to assign groups to go in and soak damage to remove these souls before Black Harvest is cast. The aforementioned Black Harvest is a pulsing AoE move, which deals more damage depending on how many souls are in the well of souls. Hopefully before this is cast, you've been able to remove some or all of them to avoid taking too much damage. Gul'dan will cast Storm of the Destroyer periodically in this phase, and this is where you'll need to run to the opposite side of the room before the purple puddle expands too much. Continue dealing with these abilities, including managing the empowered Eyes of Gul'dan, and you'll get your kill. Congratulations on clearing the Nighthold. If you found this video helpful, feel free to hit the like button, or subscribe if you'd like to keep up with loads more achievement guides coming soon. Thanks for watching.